Okay, friends, a good friend of mine asked me the other day if I knew what Frutti di Mare was, because he was stationed over in Italy and he said he hadn't been able to get that since he's been back here in San Antonio. So we're going to put together a little Frutti di Mare, which is basically a seafood with usually a linguine or an angel hair type pasta. But also, since I had some bread left over, I'm going to make some stuffed clams, and otherwise known as clams oreganata. And it's basically just bread, some seasonings, some clam meat, and you put it off in the oven and you let it bake off until it's done. So I've sliced up all of our bread here, got it nice and fine. I'm going to put that in one of the Tupperware containers I like to use, and we're going to mix that together with some parsley, some minced shallots, some garlic, and then of course the clams. Here's some of that roasted garlic I made yesterday. We're going to put that with some oil in there. And then we've got our clams in their own broth. We're going to put that in. And we're going to mix it all together until you have something that resembles stuffing. Now, of course, I don't seem to be at a lack for being disappointed every time I go to the supermarket. I could not find shells, clam shells. I could not find fake clam shells. I could not find plastic, aluminum, or real clam shells. Any supermarket in New York, you find this stuff, but not here. So I figured, let me make do. And the closest thing I came out with were these aluminum muffin tins. So I'm going to take the muffin tin and I'm going to cut each individual tin out, and I'm going to flatten it out a little bit so that it spreads open a little bit. Looks a little bit more like a shell. And we're going to trim the side a little bit. It don't have to be pretty, but you know, as long as it's functional. And we're going to do something like that, and that's what we're going to stuff. We're going to take our clam meat stuffing, and we're going to put that in there, just like that. And we're going to hit that with a little drizzle of that olive oil, and we're going to put a little parsley on top. Beauty. We're going to take that, throw it in the oven. I'm going to do the rest of the 6. I'm going to put them on a sheet pan, throw them in the oven, 350 degrees for about 20 to 25 minutes. I'm going to get these together. When I'm done with that, I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Our baked clams are baking. They're in the oven, 350. They got about 20-25 minutes left to go. Our pot of boiling water for our linguine is going. I'm going to get something started here. Again, back to ingredients. All I could find was frozen octopus. Now, as lovely as this is, I want to impart a little bit of flavor onto that octopus. So I'm going to take it and stick it in a hot pan with a little bit of olive oil and some crushed red chili flakes, and try to get a little sear on the outside of these octopi so that we can get some flavor out of them. Then when we're ready, when I'm ready to put in the pasta, we're going to start getting together the rest of the dish, the clams, the mussels, and all that. But let's get this pan up to heat here and put our octopus in there. Yeah, lovely. We love that sound. And we're not going to play with it. We're just going to let it sit there for a little while, let that heat hit it, and try to caramelize on at least 1 or 2 sides of there. Once I see it start reducing a little bit, I'm going to hit it with a little white wine, and then we're going to pull it off the heat and set it aside. So as soon as that comes up to its temperature, and we've got a little color on it, we'll be right back. Pasta's been dropped, it's in the pot, it's boiling away, salted water, beautiful, it's going. We're going to let it go till it's about, package says 12 to 13 minutes al dente. I'm going to pull it out at about 10 because I want it to still have room to soak up the liquids that we're going to make with the clams and the mussels and all their wonderful flavor. So let's get on to that. We've got a hot pan again, and in our hot pan we're going to put a little olive oil, and we're going to put a little garlic, maybe about a clove or so. We don't want to burn it, don't want to scorch it. We're going to add the rest of this in towards the end later on when we got the pasta in. We're going to throw a little bit of parsley in there. And here's like a half a shallot. We're going to get that in there. Again, you know I hate these electric stoves, so I'm going to be pulling it on and off of the heat as we go along. I just want this to cook a little bit, and then we're going to put in our seafood and our wine. So they're starting to get a little translucent. It doesn't take much time for shallots and garlic to do that. You don't want it to burn. If it burns, throw it away. Start over. We're going to throw in our wine. Maybe a good cup and a half. A cup. And then we're going to put in our seafood. Here's our mussels. And our clams. And we're going to move them around so that they start to get steamed and open up. I wish you could smell this. It's just absolutely phenomenal right now. That's going to be our sauce for our pasta. Like I said, we're going to hit it with some more garlic. The rest of that garlic, which is about another clove or so. And another half a tablespoon of our parsley. I'm going to take some of the oil and some of the roasted garlic we made yesterday, throw that in there, just for another garlic kind of flavor to go on. And as soon as I see these mussels start opening up, I'm going to throw in the rest of our octopus that we cooked off earlier before. And then we're going to let them all get together and have a good time until we're ready to throw in the pasta. If you have a lid, you can cover this. It's no big deal if you don't. Yeah, we got 9 minutes left on our baked clams. Our pasta should be just about ready to pull out. In with the seafood it goes. Okay, almost all of our mussels and clams have opened up. They're looking absolutely beautiful. We're going to hit this with the juice of probably a half a lemon. If you want more lemon juice, go ahead and put it. I don't happen to like that much lemon juice. I'm just waiting to hear the sound of that sauce, the liquid that's in there turn into a sauce. And then I know it's going to be ready. I'm going to throw in 2 pads of butter into our sauce. That's going to give it a nice richness. And we're going to throw in, I'm going to throw in some, I'm going to put some more on when I plate it, some more of the parsley. Our sauce is reduced pretty much. I'm going to throw in the octopus. Again, you got to do this towards the end because you don't want this octopus to overcook. It'll turn to rubber. And that's no good. We don't like rubber fish. So there it is. Absolutely beautiful. I'm going to serve some up on this platter. Hell, as a matter of fact, I'm going to put it all on the platter. There's our octopus. There we go. Hit it with a little bit more lemon juice. Another sprinkle of parsley. And there you have it. There's our Frutti di Mare. We're going to take out our clams in a second, and we'll be right back. You got to take a look at this. I got to get you in here. Absolutely beautiful. Linguine, clams, mussels, octopus, Frutti di Mare. You're going to love it. You got to give it a try. Okay, there's our dish. There's our clam oreganata. There's our Frutti di Mare with all the seafood and the linguine. And if you don't mind, I'm going to start to eat. So I'll be back in a minute. Okay, sorry about that. I was starving. I couldn't wait for you guys. So I had to have something to eat. But so I'm a little ahead of the game here. But just so you know, the sauce came out fabulous. The clams, the mussels, the octopus. Okay, I'm going to be stretching it. I wouldn't buy that frozen octopus again. I'll try something else next time. But other than that, it was absolutely delicious. Our fake and baked baked clams oreganata, taste absolutely delicious. Too bad it's in a tin cup. But it is delicious. Do try it. I hope you learned something. Come back again.